Back a lot later than I thought I was going to be, but circumstances dictate other things get taken care of, and but I did say I was coming back, and I am back, and with a different subject from the norm, which has been, you know, the Raiders Las Vegas, A's baseball, that sort of thing, right? This is about something that has come up before on this program, but it was not a main title, right? It wasn't a main title, and that has to do with the great LaVar Ball. Yeah, I did say the great LaVar Ball, and the reason why I said that is because, hey, look, there are some people who don't like that Mr. Ball has made himself famous by, using the media in his very creative way. I am not one of those people, okay? I am not one of those people. LaVar Ball has very brilliantly figured out that today, in 2017, specifically Wednesday, November 6th, 2017, there are people who simply do not like a demonstrative black man. Now, the question is there a demonstrative white guy, you know, that people seem to not mind? And the problem, well, it's not the problem, it's the fact of the matter is that, well, demonstrative, well, yeah, yes, there is. We just don't think of them in that way. They're not described as, we're not described that way, okay? So they're considered, they're described in other ways. They're not that way. They're not described in the way LaVar Ball is. LaVar Ball challenges you. He's in your face. He says what he thinks, okay? He brings his idea, all right? If Bill Simmons, remember Bill Simmons? If Bill Simmons makes a statement, as outlandish as it is, and he's done that on ESPN, or Colin Cowherd, we don't call him loud or demonstrative, right? They're media personalities like LaVar Ball. But they are loud and demonstrative. But they're white, and so they get a pass that he doesn't get. And that's just a fact. So, same with Stephen A. Smith. They called him that. And, you know, but now they're used to it because people stopped listening to how Stephen A. Smith said things. They started to listen to what he said. And Stephen A. Smith makes a lot of sense, which is one reason among many that he makes the big bucks, as he will tell you. But LaVar Ball has become a phenomenon because he understands in a way to use against itself the American public's racist-based dislike for the black man that says this is the way it is, this is how it is, and who challenges people. He's not warm and fuzzy, okay? So there it is. But if you strip all that away, LaVar Ball makes a lot of sense more often than not. Where I believe he makes sense is in pulling his kid, Liangelo Ball, out of UCLA. Now, when I bring this up, there's some who point to the idea that, well, you know, his kids shouldn't have stole property, or his kid rather shouldn't have stole property in China. Okay, but no one, all right, no one does anything to question UCLA. It's as if it's okay that UCLA does not take any responsibility for the safety of those 3 athletes. Suppose they were mugged. Suppose they were beaten up. All right? You know what the story would have been? American athletes beaten up. They would have tried to figure out who committed the crime, but no one would have bothered to ask, hey, how come UCLA did not ensure their protection? Similarly, nobody bothers to ask, hey, how come UCLA didn't chaperone them? I don't care what anybody says. Anyone who makes a claim that UCLA isn't responsible either has never been a parent or doesn't like kids. I've never been a parent, but I love kids. And I recognize what it means to be an adult, a young adult, a teenager, okay? And remember that time. You're scared. Everything is new to you, and yet you want to experience things. And I've known tons of friends who I've said before, and I'll say again, are now hold very prominent roles in society. And they've done really dumb things in their young lives. Really dumb. So have I. But we never said that was okay. But on the other hand, each one of us would have loved it if there was somebody there to give us a warning sign or to make us not do so, or to cause us to not do something. Okay? That wasn't the case with Liangelo Ball. And one of my viewers, Harry Dunn, says, Zinni, he pulled a kid's scholarship with free tuition. Guess what? It's Liangelo's career, not LaVar's. I disagree. These boys are legal age adults and need to make decisions for themselves. No, they don't. No, I really do. I completely, patently disagree with that. And I think, I'm going to be blunt, I think that's a lousy parent talk. It's like, hey, you're of age, it's okay. It's not okay, because in terms of financial liability, I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you in terms of who has to pay for it. You have to pay for it. You have to pay for it. And so does the university. Both of you are responsible. You can't just say, it's the kid. Especially if the kid's representing UCLA. That's stupid to even think that. To even write that. It just plain out is. It really is. So I am all for LaVar Ball pulling his kid out of UCLA. Because UCLA didn't handle that correctly. And shame on the media, which has this racist issue with LaVar Ball. And it really is racist, okay? And I don't care if people get pissed off about it. All right? Okay? The one pattern I'm tired of, and, is this. I'm tired of a person who kind of looks for that black person that makes it okay for that other person to have an idea that's racist, as opposed to the black person saying, you know what? That's racist. You learn something. Okay? You learn something. So, and I don't care if you respectfully disagree. I don't care if you disrespectfully disagree. I'm going to tell you the attitude you're holding is racist. Period. And the reason is because you're talking, and we're talking about LaVar Ball, and it's what you say about him, and you never once point a finger at UCLA and say, hey, what did UCLA not do? No one has ever asked that question. And in this continued, exercise of massive stupidity, they continue not to. And it is massively stupid. If you have a kid that goes over, all right, when I go to close-up, when I went to close-up when I was in high school, Skyline High School was responsible for me. That doesn't mean I wouldn't have gone to Washington and I didn't have the possibility of doing something bad. But if I did, my mom would have said, why did you let my kid run around where he could get into trouble? I'm not with my kid. Now, there are parents who are with us. Okay? I didn't get in any trouble. All right? I did not get in any trouble. But I'm saying that if you are going to give up your kid to college or high school and then not worry about what the college or high school is going to do with your kid, you are freaking a bad parent. There's no other way to put it. You don't care about your kid. You don't care about what happens to your kid. You're off doing whatever it is you're doing while your kid is overseas, and you don't care. You're a bad parent. You are a bad parent. LaVar Ball is not a bad parent. LaVar Ball, for all people say, all the stupid comments that people make about LaVar Ball, no one can say LaVar Ball is not a great dad. LaVar Ball sticks by his kid. Period. Okay? Period. All right? Now, Harry Dunn says, well, I agree, but that UCLA deserves some blame, but LaVar Ball was in China too. Why didn't he chaperone his kid? Ask the question. Did UCLA have an itinerary for him as well? Again, it falls on UCLA. See, again, you talk as if LaVar Ball arranged the trip, and he didn't. He didn't. UCLA did. The Pac-12 did. Once again, it's okay for the big white institution to do wrong. The black guy who has no power except, his ability to complain has done all the wrong. That's the message you send. That is an institutionally racist message. Attack the institution. Attack UCLA for doing it. Have the courage to do that. You don't have the courage to do that. You don't have the courage to do it. Okay? I have no problem doing it. UCLA was wrong. You know what I say? Send them to Berkeley. That's right. Send them to Cal. And I'll tell you why I say send them to Cal. Because Cal does not make those kinds of mistakes, okay? Cal does not make those kind of mistakes at all. No way, In fact, what Cal does simply is we're a lot more internationally savvy than UCLA. Yeah, I said it, okay? We're a lot more internationally savvy than UCLA. Cal has one of the best, for example, Muslim-oriented curriculums in the world. One of the best international student cultures in the world. One of the best. So if our athletic department, all right, if our athletic department takes a student like Liangelo Ball and arranges an international trip, he has the proper supervision, the proper instruction, and the proper cultural training before he goes over there. That's what Cal does. That's why we're the best. That's why we're the smartest. That's why we're the crown jewel in the UC system, and UCLA is an also-ran. You hear what I'm saying? UCLA might as well be UC Irvine or UCSB or any of the other UCs. It is not Cal. Liangelo Ball would never have been put in that situation at Cal. You can count on that. So you know what you ought to do? LaVar Ball, if you're watching this, send your kid to Berkeley. That's right. Send him to Cal. Bring him to Cal, Berkeley. We're smarter. We are much smarter than UCLA. And I hope if you're watching this, you get massively pissed off. Great, because I'm going to make you even more pissed off. Okay? I'm tired of this constant theme that we have of not questioning institutions and letting them run off run amok with poor, lousy, completely racist and behavior, using their players, like they're slaves and everything else, and not giving them any respect. And they're in college with a C, college. You get that? Do you get what I'm saying? Okay? All right. Welcome to the party, everybody. I'm in rare form because I'm mad. That's right. I'm speaking on behalf of LaVar Ball. I'm taking up where others are feared to tread. I don't. All the other media people are nothing but freaking cowards. Nothing but cowards, all right? All right? Harry Dunn says that I'm naive about UCLA. Harry, you don't know jack about UCLA, so don't tell me I'm naive. I am a card-carrying member of the Cal Berkeley alumni. A card-carrying life member, so fuck you. Okay? And I said it just like that. I'm fighting mad tonight, man. I'm tired of this crap. Absolutely tired of it, okay? Completely tired. I'm mad. I'm mad as heck, and I'm not taking it anymore. You don't let institutions treat kids like that. They're supposed to manage them. They're supposed to manage them, all right? I'm had it. Doggone it. We're so caught up in this. I'm really mad. I really am mad. All right? We're so caught up in this media thing that we stop thinking. We stop thinking. Okay? Ugh. So my point is this, okay? All right. My point is this. If you have a kid, a student, and the kid goes to a place like, name it, UC Berkeley, University of Washington, Harvard, MIT, wherever, all right? You should expect, at the very least, for that institution to watch out for both of you when you send them abroad. If something happens, it should be on the institution. It really should. President Trump did the right thing. Now, where LaVar Ball was wrong was in, getting after Trump. I thought that was wrong, okay? He is regardless of how you feel about Donald Trump, okay, we've been that path. But Donald Trump right now is the president of the United States of America, okay? You respect the office. The office got your kid out. You say, hey, thank you, Mr. President, and keep on going. You don't back talk and all this other stuff. Yeah, I said that. Now, does that violate what I said about LaVar Ball being a genius? No, he is a genius. That doesn't mean I agree with everything that he does, but he's a genius. He's like Donald Trump, okay? He's like Donald Trump, okay? So, I'm going to say this. LaVar Ball, send your kid to Cal, all right? UCLA, apologize to LaVar Ball. Because, you know what? Cal getting LaVar Ball's kid is the only way that's going to make this whole thing right. Because UCLA will turn UCLA around and say, hey, wait, what did we do wrong? And LaVar will say, you know what? You didn't watch out for my kid, or for that matter, me. And then you made us look bad, all right? Yeah. To me, the only thing LaVar Ball did this entire time was when he badmouthed what Donald Trump did after the president got him out of jail. That was it. I thought what the president did was what presidents are supposed to do, okay? And President Trump should not have asked thanks, okay? All right? All right? Harry Dunn says, that's why I watch your vlogs and engage in honest discussions. Yeah, Harry, I got nothing but love for you, okay? But if we were just sitting here as friends face to face, which, maybe she wouldn't do one day in terms of a cyber thing, but my point is, this really bothers me. It really does. Now, Otis B says, Rick Rice says, Liangelo Ball isn't very good. He's the worst ball of all right now. He could get better, all right? He's got a legacy. Otis B says, Cal, wow, Cal could use him, but they look like they could be rebuilding right now. Lost to St. Mary's the other night. That's exactly why we want him, okay? We need the attention, and we need the money, all right? Right now we're looking bad, and we need something that gives us that hope for future, all right? Joseph Business says, I disagree about the president. I was raised to respect the office of the presidency, but I cannot respect it as long as Trump occupies it. It is not okay for a con man to be in the White House, but that does not mean you treat the con man with disrespect. Okay? If you don't want the con man there, look, it's politics. It's just like I was talking to a friend of mine tonight at Mayor Schaaf's fundraiser, and she was talking to me about how she was on the Port Commission. This was years ago. And she was one of, I think, 5 people who was moved off the Port Commission for appointees that Jerry Brown wanted, who's not the governor. And what was done is that Ignacio de la Fuente, who may run for mayor, and I doubt it, but he was council president, and he says, well, Jerry wants you all off the Port Commission, but after, and basically they came up with reasons to get you off. In other words, always this dirt. Find some dirt on them, right? Go find some dirt. Find some dirt. So look, if you want Trump out of the White House, find something and make it stick. But while he's in the White House, you treat him as President of the United States. That is the way you keep the institution of the presidency going, if it is true that you respect the institution of the office of the President of the United States. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So, Bismuth says, what? Okay, well, but Joseph, I don't want to get tied up in that. All right. And remember, as a moderator, you're not, okay, your job as a moderator is to kind of sit in the background a bit more and not be out there so much. Let others come out there. You're a moderator. Don't think about what you got to say as much as you're looking at what other people say. Just saying, okay? That's the job you choose. All right? So, okay. So, my point is, now, having said that to you, I will say this, all right? We're talking about LaVar Ball and Liangelo Ball. I don't want to morph this into a Trump conversation. I'll use that as an example because he is, in a sense, part of this in that he got Liangelo out of jail and the others. But I don't want to make this about Trump tonight. I want to make this about LaVar Ball, Liangelo Ball, UCLA, and Cal. Okay? That's all I want to do. Thank you. I appreciate it. He says, fair enough. Thank you. Nothing but love for you all. All right? But I'm passionate about this tonight. Ouch. Kind of hurt there. Anyway. You got... But, all right? So my point is that, and thanks for understanding. And my point is that, as I drink my cup, from my StubHub, yes, this was given to me by StubHub years ago. Big Apeful says Liangelo might go overseas. Is that right? Is that right? Now, Big Apeful said something to me. I have to sneak in. Are you telling me that on Supergirl, Lena Luthor, played by Katie McGrath, is dating Jimmy Olsen, played by McCad Brooks? Meaning they got him a girlfriend? Yes. Is that what you're telling me? Yeah! He says yes. Yeah! Good for him. Good for him. Yeah, good for him. That's going to be interesting. Oh boy, that's going to be really interesting. Okay, now I'll tune in again. Because I was, as you know, I was pissed off that they took away what I thought was a great interracial pairing between Jimmy Olsen and Kara Danvers, Supergirl, right? And I thought that was... Big Apeful says people are hating on it because they're racist. Anytime it's like a straight black guy, it's, oh no, with a white girl. Oh no, you know what? Shove it down their throats. I'm serious, you know? As Rick Rice says, haters. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, you know, it's like the Fast and Furious movies. All the black guys, it's like they don't have girlfriends or something, okay? But all the non-black folks do. The white guys got girlfriends. Everybody's got girlfriends and all that stuff. But us, we're not supposed to have women? Woohoo! Woohoo! That's crazy stuff, you know? Ugh. Oh, man. All right. Back to LaVar Ball. I had to get that off my chest. Back to LaVar Ball. Cal needs Liangelo Ball. We need Liangelo Ball. We need a cattle prod development. Okay, that's what this would be a total cattle prod development to have Liangelo Ball at Cal. It just would. It would be so sweet, so fantastic, so great, so genius, so golden, so money, so golden bears. Yeah. And then take him, and wouldn't it be cool? Because we're going to play UCLA anyway. To play UCLA, and you know what's going to happen. Liangelo's going to go off. I bet he scores 30, man. You know what I'm saying? Doggone it, y'all. There, take that. Doggone it, y'all. Yeah, take that. Bam, take that. Bam, take that. I can see that. Just bam, take that. That would be so... money. Money. Absolutely. Oh, it'd be fantastic. Rick Rice says, why do black guys always go for white chicks, but white guys don't go for black chicks? Are you crazy? Tons of white guys go for black chicks. That's the nuttiest thing I've ever heard of. Maybe you don't, but I mean, I don't see that. I'm sorry, man. I don't know what kind of world I don't know what kind of world you're living in, but ain't my world. My world, tons of white guys date black chicks, and not only that, it's all over television. It's also in pop culture. You watch Scandal, for example. Prince Harry is another example. All right. Rick Rice says he's black and he has a Latino wife. Okay, great, great. But my whole point is that it's in pop culture. All right, and hmm. So I'm thinking that, okay, you're black and you have a Latino wife. Baus is black. His wife is Latina Filipino. But I know a number of people, like, in my history, white guys who dated black girls all the time. My friend, God, I haven't seen him in a long time, who was a bartender here in Oakland. I mean, he was a smooth guy. And just smooth as butter, white guy. And smooth as butter, I was like, that's how he was. It was, yeah, isn't he, you know, man, I've got the thing going here, and I've got this, and hey, you know what? You come on in, I'll fix you up with a nice cocktail. You bring your lady. That's what I mean. He's that kind of guy, all right? You don't. He's just that kind of guy. He was quintessentially Oakland. I would always interview him for my old Mark Clarion column because I call him quintessentially Oakland, and wonderful guy, you know. So when I think of what you're talking about, I think of him, and that was a long time ago. So I don't know what you're saying. I haven't seen that. And so Joseph Bensman says, laugh out loud, interracial relationships are growing in society. Well, they're the norm, you know? And Rick Rice says, not the hot model actor black chicks, but the normal ones. I just don't see it. Actually, I do. I see it quite a bit now. And I see it in the South. And that's why I even chuckle when I'm in the, you know, in the Atlanta area, and people, you know, you see all kinds of different pairings, and I see so many, it's just normal to me. You know, I don't think that anymore. And it's a beautiful thing, to be honest. It really is. Rick Rice says, Zenster, what ethnicity do you prefer when it comes to dating if you had to choose one? I don't think that way. I like, anyone who knows me knows I like athletic women, okay? I mean, athletic women. I just, oh my God, it's, you know, athletic women, period, with great athletic legs. Like, it doesn't matter. The color is not the issue. It's the body. Okay. And Big Able says he likes women who like me. I like a woman who likes me too, but you know, look, I gotta have the athletic part. Because look, I work to stay in shape. I'm not like this God's gift or anything, but look, I want someone as a female who meets me in that area, among others. And I would think that whoever chooses me wants that too, or you know, that's fine. Big Able says doesn't matter with the color, and okay, great, and see, Rick Rice is not a matter of thick or thin. It's a matter of athletic. Okay? Athletic. I think someone had a comment here. He said, Joseph Benson says, a good amount of people from my high school take part in interracial relationships. Some have stayed together since high school and married. Yeah, absolutely. Same here. And I believe that the rise of hip-hop culture really brought in, when hip-hop started to replace rock as the bad boy music, right? And, you know, the teenage girls always flocked to the bad boys, and the bad boys became the black guys, right? And that for in a lot of places in America, I remember a column that was written by the New York Times columnist, Dave's he's out of my head, even as much as I made a vlog criticizing him for expressing some concern that his daughter was interested in rap music. And I got after David because he essentially made this comment that made me think that he was really afraid of his daughter wanting a black guy. And I went around some, and so I ran into him at the Democratic National Convention in 2012, and he chuckled. I mean, he got it. I wasn't trashing the man, okay? It was his idea. I was questioning his ideas. Hey, man, are you afraid of your daughter being with a black guy? But my point is that replaced that was sort of the modern James Dean, all right? You know, James Dean was the bad boy of the 50s, right? And now the bad boy of, let's say, the modern era, the 21st century, the bad boy might be, Ice Cube, right? Or Ice-T, or P. Diddy, okay? Or you get the idea. Or LL Cool J, another great example. And those are the bad boys. But those bad boys, hey, some of the girls dated those bad boys, and those bad boys became husbands and responsible fathers and contributors in society, and still married to this day. And that dynamic, I assert, formed the foundation for the election of Barack Obama as the first black president of the United States. So, let's see here. And Rick Rice says, any like some Chris Cyborg type? No, not Chris Cyborg. You're on the internet. Look up Michelle Janicki. Michelle Janicki. She is the runner from Australia. There's another. There was one example. That's one example, okay? Or they're the 3 women from Atlanta that set the track record in the Olympics. There's another example, all right? I mean, I can just give a number of them, all right? So anyway, Joseph Benson says, definitely agree the girl I like plays baseball as I do. Athletic and thick, can't go wrong. And Rick Rice says, P. Diddy. And yeah, P. Diddy, thank you, Otis. Yes, P. Diddy. Rick Rice says, I guess he's a bad boy. Well, to some, yeah. Otis P. says, Diddy is an entrepreneur for the most part now. Right. As was Russell Simmons, with Def Jam, all right? And I think that bad boy attitude really caught up to him later, didn't it? Joseph Bensman says, hasn't recorded a track in so long, definitely about business now. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But my point is that society has changed a great deal. And Big April says, Michelle Janicki has that bounce. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, Michelle Janicki is gorgeous. Absolutely. Look at the women extras played in Wonder Woman, right? In the first Act 1. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. I mean, yeah. So, again, it's not a color thing. It's an athletic thing. Major league athletic thing. Absolutely. So, how can we get Liangelo Ball from UCLA? Well, he's out of UCLA. How can we get him to Cal? That's the question. Joseph Bishop says, wonder what the world would be like now with Tupac and Biggie. Tupac would have gotten to see a black president. Yeah, how about that? I wonder, what the world would have been like. I'll tell you, I think that it would have been, well, both certainly would have been rich, but I think at one point, what would have happened is, I think they would have wound up going to business together, after that whole deal. Let's assume that neither one was killed. I think that at some point they would come together and begin to make music for their own mutual benefit. And I think I think that's what I think. And they would produce a lot of songs that we haven't heard and continue to advance the art, So, Rick Rice says, why am I married? Well, the question is, I think everybody has their time, Rick Rice, and it's a matter of finding the right woman at the right time for you. And that just hasn't happened for me. It's not like I didn't try, or I didn't have girlfriends at great times, or anything else. Like right now, You know, I'm between two areas, and I'm focused on building a business and my mom, right? So, yeah, at some point, that'll come, right? We'll see. So, good, Big April, good night. I'll see you. See you, all right? Chris Goda says dating is harder nowadays. Plus, women are busier and more independent now. All right, does independent mean what is? See, when I think of independent, I think like you're saying independent, like they don't mean man for what? For sex? I mean, bleh. I don't want to touch that one. No pun intended. I mean, but I honestly think it's a matter of finding, not even finding. I think that your friends, if you have friends, like your friends will introduce you. People have met their significant others generally through friends, and that's where that happens. So, OSB says independent, that they can do their own thing without a man. I guess for me, but see, I've always wanted a partner in business. All right. Yeah. Benjamin says many women are into what you can give them. Money and status. Don't mean it as a dig to women. It's just true about a lot of them. I know plenty of awesome women too. One I wish I had dated, and that's true. But look, guys are into what women can give them, and that's a form of money and status too. And you know, the status of having but a lot of guys look for trophy wives. Okay, a lot of guys, and that to them equals money. All right, so I don't agree that every woman is like that. You know, but you know what though, you all are right, and Rick Rice is right. It is about the Benjamins, and it is about money. The time when it isn't about money is you're lucky enough to meet someone in college. If you're lucky enough to meet a woman in college, you grow up. Two of my friends who are married to this day met their wives at Cal. They married and stuck with them. They're thick and thin, you know. But that's where it is. In my case, when I went to Texas, Arlington, the woman that I really liked was Jewish girl, cute Jewish girl. I think she was more concerned about her parents and that sort of thing. And it just didn't go the way I wanted it to go. That happens. And for me, I think for the first